Hey, first grade, welcome back to Social Studies. Today, we are going to talk about countries. Our target today says I can explain what a country is and which country I live in. Let's go ahead and get started. A country is a nation with its own land and government. So here's a map of all the countries in the world, or most of the countries in the world. I can see that they have their own space, but it's a lot bigger than like a city and a state that we've already been learning about. In a country, there is one government, and they are in charge of all of the laws and rules and helping to take care of all of the citizens. A citizen, as we know, is a person who lives there. So we have citizens of a city, of a state, and now we're learning, oh, we all are in the same country. Well, what country do we live in? We live in the United States of America. That's kind of a mouthful to say, isn't it? You can shorten it or abbreviate it by calling it the USA. That's a little easier to remember. We live in the USA. Our country, the USA, has a capital called Washington, D.C. And can you guess who that's named after? Yeah, George Washington. So here's a map of the United States. I can see that the United States has so many states. Yesterday, we focused in on learning that we are from Texas. But did you know that the USA has 50 states? That's right. If you look at this part in here, you're only going to see 48 states because Alaska, that's up by Canada, and Hawaii is in the middle of the ocean. So whenever we look at a map, they're always just kind of in these boxes, but in real life, they're not right here, right beside Mexico. It just helps us remember that they're part of the United States. Now, let me see if I can remember. Okay, this is our country, and we lived in Texas. Let me see. Can you find Texas? Yeah, here it is. Here's Texas. Okay, and now I'm thinking, we live in Texas, but what's the smaller one? The city? Harker Heights. That's right. Harker Heights is right about here, kind of by the cow's foot. Now, what's really cool about this map is it's showing different pictures or symbols of things that we get from each state. Just because we're the same country does not mean that every state is the same. So I can look and I can see, oh my goodness, in Colorado, it looks like somebody is skiing. And in Wyoming, they have big, big mountains. And in Georgia, they have peaches. Oh, in Texas, they have lots of cowboys and rodeos and stuff like that. So even though we're in the same country, the USA, we get different things from each state. Well, what are some other countries? Well, our neighbor countries are Canada and Mexico. Canada is to the north of us, so they're above us, and Mexico is to the south of us. They're below us. Now, in total, the world has almost 200 countries. Isn't that crazy? Think for a minute, how many have you been to? Well, we've all been to the United States because that's where we live. Miss Lime has been to Mexico, so that's 2 countries. Oh, and Honduras, and England. Oh my goodness, and Spain. Ooh, has anybody been to more than 5 countries? Think for a minute. If you have, you're gonna have to let Miss Lime know. The really cool thing about different countries is everywhere in the world does something a little bit different. You're going to be able to find things that are similar, like, hey, we drive on that same side of the road, or, oh, we have cars that look like that, but we have to do it this way. So you're going to find things that are similar, but you're also going to find things that are different. And that's really cool. It would be so boring if everybody everywhere did the exact same thing. Oh, that'd be so boring. So all of these countries are really, really cool. So it's important to know about our country, but it's also important to start learning about other countries and seeing, hey, that's pretty cool. It's your turn. On Seesaw, you need to write or record yourself saying what country we live in. Then I want you to color in Texas on the map of our country. We remember that we live in Texas. So you're going to see a map of our country, and I want you to pick one drawing tool to color in Texas. Make sure you click that green check mark when you're done.